let's delve into the concept of cellular organizations. Cellular organizations, understanding life's building blocks. Today, we're going to explore a fundamental concept in biology: cellular organizations. Imagine that every living organism is like a city, and the city is built upon the foundation of cells. Just as a city has different districts and buildings with specific functions, living organisms are also organized into different levels, all built upon the basic unit of life, the cell. Two types of cells, prokaryotic and eukaryotic structures. First, let's talk about cells. All living organisms are made up of cells, and there are two fundamental types, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells are simpler and lack a true nucleus, while eukaryotic cells are more complex and have a nucleus that houses the genetic material. The first group of organisms, prokaryotes, is made up of prokaryotic cells. All other groups, such as protists, fungi, plants, and animals, consist of eukaryotic cells. 3 ways cells organize to build organisms. Now, let's discuss how cells come together to form the bodies of organisms. Cells can organize themselves in 3 main ways. Unicellular organizations, in some cases, a single cell is all that's needed to make up an entire organism. Think of these organisms as one-person cities. These single cells perform all life activities independently. Examples include amoeba, paramecium, and euglena. Colonial organizations. In colonial organizations, many unicellular organisms live together as a group, but they don't have a division of labor among them. Each unicellular organism in the colony leads its own life and doesn't depend on the others for vital functions. A great example is Volvox, a green alga that lives in water. Hundreds of Volvox cells form a colony, but each cell functions independently. Multicellular organizations. The most complex level of organization is multicellular. Here, cells organize themselves into tissues, organs, and organ systems, just as a city has neighborhoods, buildings, and infrastructure. In multicellular organisms, cells work together in harmony to perform specialized functions. For example, think of a frog or a mustard plant. Examples of multicellular organisms. Let's take a closer look at 2 examples of multicellular organisms. Mustard plant. The mustard plant, scientifically known as Brassica campestris, is typically sown in winter and produces seeds at the end of the season. This plant is used for its leaves as a vegetable and its seeds for oil extraction. Its organs can be divided into 2 groups based on their functions: vegetative organs, such as roots, stems, branches, and leaves, which don't participate in sexual reproduction, and reproductive organs, like flowers, which play a crucial role in sexual reproduction by producing fruits and seeds. Frog. Frogs, with their scientific name Ranitigrena, exemplify multicellular organization. Their bodies are made up of organ systems, each composed of related organs. These organs, in turn, are made up of specific tissues, including epithelial, glandular, muscular, and nervous tissues. So, just like a city is made up of neighborhoods, buildings, and infrastructure, the living world is organized into cellular levels, from single-cell cities to complex multicellular metropolises. Understanding these cellular organizations is crucial to appreciating the complexity and harmony of life on Earth.